I think he was just misunderstood, and sort of like misunderstood because of that whole initial thing, how he was at first. But he was so concerned about her early on and her well-being and her eating, and like there's just something about that where he has all those caring possessiveness, but you can't quite trust him yet. That, like, I don't know. It just it hits right. It hits right when you read it.
It hit really right. And it's like out of the three of them, he's the one I miss the most. Like I miss all of them to an extent, but like him, like I'll hear that song and I'm like, I miss, yeah, because he took such good care of him and of her. And like, I know he's the one that did the initial thing to story. Yeah. But the other two were involved too. And everybody makes freaking mistakes.
Yeah.
But I loved how like he was all for her. He was all in on that relationship. He was all for her. He sex refereed for Killer and her. Like I'm like, come on. That's like, I love him and I miss him.
He was just so unique and different. He just really was. You're right, with the sex referee. He could see into people. Like he understood their relationship before they did, and he cared enough to like you said, the sex referee, to try to get them. I feel like he had everyone's best interests at heart. Yeah, he was bad at expressing it, and you could see it through the relationship with the twins. And like if that whole prologue didn't happen, I feel like it would have been, story would have fell for him hard. And also the tracker thing, I think, set them back, which was kind of brilliant. That because he's so possessive, of course he would want to put a tracker in her, and she'd get mad. So that was a great storyline of like, why, because he's so easy to fall for. Why aren't you falling for him? Okay, every time I start to fall for him, he does something that I can't trust. Yeah, it was perfect.
It was perfect. It was such a good journey that now I'm like, now that I've read it all and I've read the extra scene. Did you read that scene that she sent out, the April Fool's extra special scene?
Again, you told me about it.
I sent you the link. It's so good because like he's in it for like a little bit. But what I love about it is like she was saying in it, spoiler alert, that like, and she's talking about her body after baby. And she was saying how like Tristan's the only one that really understands and that she's talking to. And I'm like, because Tristan, and I get to see Tristan taking such good care of this little baby because he takes care of the people he loves,
That's so well said. He does.
I miss Tristan.
Like the epilogue, I just can imagine him being that like possessive, like, you have to eat all of this, you have to do this. And that scene where he was like in the, in the delivery room, just everything. He was so scared for her.
Yeah. And the doctor's appointment when he was like, everything's okay. Like, and she had to have a one-on-one with him. It's like, dude, it's okay. Everything's okay. Because of his, his trauma with his twin. Yeah, I miss them. That's why I'm like, I think I have to reread them because they're just lately constantly there. So
yeah, if they're calling to you.
They're calling.
Well, I really think you'd like Church. I really think you'll like that book. You can tell early on that three of them are like that's the thing. They're they don't go about it the right way, kind of like the Lord.
Okay.
At all, especially Church. But you can tell that three of them are very, very, very into her. And I think that helps.
Oh yeah, I like that.
That dark. And then there's this character called Ashes where he's like maybe the Tristan of the bunch. Not quite, but you could tell that he's very lovable. I really think you'll like it.
Yeah. It's on my list. It's soon.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's one of those dark romances where it's like, okay, I feel like they like her, and like I don't know, it just hits right. It hit well. And then there's another guy who I don't want to even give it away. It's really I think you'll like it a lot. I really do.